We are all the way live here at our KUAM Fall Premiere party at the Guam Museum, and we're joined tonight by the team of Lou and Josh, of course, Democratic finalists heading into the general election, and we also have our T18 after party analyst, Dr. Ron McNinch. The hood is on. Stand by for more. And from the Free Association group, Adrian Cruz. And just real quick, Josh, I want to ask you, having run the courts, I know you were over at Autospot, I know you've been with the party a long time, but finally going from someone who has kind of been behind the scenes to right out front, how's that been for you?
It has been an adjustment, but it's been exciting. Meeting a lot of people that I've known all over the years, but knowing that there's just so many more people that don't know me or didn't know me, and having an opportunity to prove to them that we're the team that they should trust to lead us. So it's been an adjustment. It has been.
It has, because I feel like a lot of people in the media and a lot of political insiders know all about you, right? But how's that been to go out there and do the canvassing and do the things that you never really had to do?
It's I canvassed before, but for other people.
Right.
So it's a different experience asking people to vote for somebody else, as opposed to asking people to vote for yourself. So it's a humbling experience. People have generally been very, very friendly, and I can read people well. So I always try and respect their space and time. But I think it's been a really good experience. Yeah.
What I'm wondering here is because I've been behind the scenes on some things too, but was there ever a point where, in working with campaigns previously, where you thought, hey, I could do this?
I guess I never thought that. I thought I was more effective behind the scenes. So I kind of never really struck my mind that, yes, I can do this. It was always kind of like a choice. I like my privacy. But I'm willing to set that aside to offer ourselves. I got inspired to run with somebody that has a good vision, so I'm feeling good.
Lou, congratulations on the primary win, of course. And just got to ask you, what's this been like? Because you've been out of the political scene and diving right back in. I mean, how's that been for you?
It's actually been really good. I just dove right into it like I've been doing it forever, and excited and having fun and having really good people around, and working very closely with Josh. He's really has been very helpful in terms of campaign strategies, because he's been in that kind of situations before, and going out and meeting people. I love doing that, and canvassing and going on talk shows, just going out there and sending out our message of we want to protect our future, and also turning this government around and making sure that it really is for the people of Guam, and making sure that our island is safe, prosperous, fair, and compassionate. And so far, it's been really good responses, Chris. We're very appreciative of the support and the votes of the people of Guam, and we're ready to move on to the general election, and we can't wait after we win to start the work that needs to be done for our people.
Let me ask you this, having been a senator and taking that break, and a really long break, were you able to kind of look back at politics and what you did as a senator and kind of fine-tune your approach with your gubernatorial run?
Yeah, I never really not stayed in the politics. I continued to be involved in various issues and various kinds of events. So I never really left the mindset of, you can't think politics now because you're a business person. The business is always also very political. And yeah, some of the things I look back on is different. Campaigning as a senator is really different from campaigning as a gubernatorial candidate, right? people look at you more for leadership and guidance, and they come up and ask and tell you, hey, I can't wait for you to help us. So it's more like a larger circumstances that really you have to put on your shoulders, right? A larger kind of work and challenging. With the senatorial, there's 14 other people there that will help you move your agenda forward. As a gubernatorial, it's the team of Josh and I, but we're going to really put in really good cabinet members that's going to help us with our agenda. So,
Adrian, I know you've got a couple questions on your mind over there. So Adrian Cruz, he's with the Free Association Group for more self-determination. I'm sure you guys know each other. Adrian?
How are you?
I'm good.
Well, one of the questions I would like to ask is, how are we going to deal with our issues with the federal government, and how are we going to move forward with a self-determination vote?
So currently, with the issues of the federal government, my whole strategy is really good communication, open lines of communication, working very closely with our congressperson, whoever that might be, and also going over and meeting key people, say in Congress and in the Senate, and making sure that what Congresswoman Berdaliu has put forward in terms of the importance of Guam and the issues, that I will also work for that. As far as the issue of self-determination, I am going to make sure that we do work very hard to educate our people on the three statuses that is there by law, because I really feel we have to make that decision. There's a lot of things that we are missing because we don't have the voice and the political weight there as a political status. So it's very crucial, because I see a lot of concerns and challenges that is connected to the political status. So it's something that we are going to focus on, and hopefully that will get a decision by the first 4 years.
My next question is for you, Josh. So you worked in the courts before, and you know that a lot of our Micronesian residents, sometimes the only interaction that they have with our local government is via the police or the court system. So obviously we haven't had the best relationship with the federal government in addressing that. We haven't got our funding. There's issues with controlling migration. So do you think that there is a better way or another way to approach the issue and maybe sort of deal with our Micronesian neighbors on a more direct level than having to wait to go through Washington, D.C.?
I think what you do is there. So yes, there is. I think it has to do with working with the leaders of the other islands. We have all three branches of government actually work with their counterparts there, and when we get elected, we actually have an opportunity to have Lou, who as president of Bank of Guam, has worked with every single leader of every single Micronesian country and island to develop and expand their economy. I think that when you work with them, they control their own immigration, so they can put some requirements themselves on their citizens. Requirements maybe perhaps to do some briefing before they come here. Briefings on what kind of laws they would be expecting that are different from what they're used to in their island of origin. I think we also look at them for some solutions. So there's outward migration because of healthcare, because of economic opportunity, and there is also millions and millions of dollars of unspent compact monies that have been given to those governments to do economic development and healthcare. I think being proactive and establishing partnerships with them to try and do what we can while we continue to pressure and work with the federal government to have some input in the renegotiations of the compact. Lou and I have been talking about using Governor Gutierrez and his connections throughout the region and in the federal government to help advise Lou and our administration into the new relationships that the U.S. government will have, and in particular the impact Guam will have when the compacts expire. So I think there's a lot of work that can be done, and I think you have to pay attention. You have to strategize. You have to really look at the opportunities, and between Lou and I and our expertise working with Governor Gutierrez, the new congressperson, and whoever is in the legislature, I think it's going to be a bit more refined, the Team Guam approach that we've been talking about.
Let's get our House analyst, Dr. Ron McNinch from the University of Guam. Ron.
First, I want to make a point. I knew all three of these guys when they still had hair. Okay? Really, that's the point. I want to make it now. Chris used to have a lot of hair. No offense, Josh, you were all over the place, right? I remember you also a little bit, but sorry. But here's my question, really, really simple question. Josh and certainly Senator Lou, if you had lost the election by one vote, would you turn to the Limtiaco team and say, we have your full support and we'll help you 100% to lose this election? Or would you say, wait a minute, write in? That's my question. That's what I want to know. Would you do the honorable thing and simply say, hey, the election's over, let's move on? Or would you do something else?
I have always said that if that was us that lost, we would support the person or the team that won. You know, when we went to sign the unity pledge, I was thinking, you know, Lou, there is a risk that you could lose. Are you sure you want to sign this unity pledge? And I said to myself, yes, I will sign this unity pledge and full force enforce it if I become the loser, because we really feel that we need to have a democratic administration in this government, and so we can move forward our democratic agenda of helping the people of Guam, making sure we have good hospitals, making sure our children are learning, making sure people feel safe in their homes, and making sure we have the financial means to make it happen. So I would do that. I would honor my word and move forward, because we have a lot of work to do, and we can't be wasting time trying to question the results. So to answer your question, yes, we would definitely support the winner of the Democratic Party.
For me, absolutely, and what I would be doing had Limtiaco won on Saturday night or Sunday morning, I probably would right now be working with our village leaders, be briefing Frank and Alicia about the dynamic of our organization, pointing out some of the talented people we have in our organization that I would like them to utilize to win the election and consider using their talent in an administration once we get elected. And so I still holding out hope. I've always been optimistic, looking forward to Limtiaco to join our campaign, and especially looking out for incorporating a lot of their supporters into our team. We've been working already doing that, but I think that there are quite a large number of people that have a lot of talent that they can serve the island in all capacities, everything from a volunteer to being on boards to leading agencies. And it's going to take the collective talent of the Democrats and a lot of Republicans and independents to provide the government we want to try and make the most progress that we want to do in the 4 years that we're competing to lead the island. And I still have to say that if the choice was between Limtiaco and Tenorio Ada, I will always support Limtiaco, and I'm hopeful that they will feel the same way when the general election comes. We've talked about changing our strategy. Our strategy has been presenting a message of positive change, showing the people of Guam what our ideas are. We have the most comprehensive, realistic platform. I think that we can show to the people that there are experiences or situations that are being handled right now that we have a different path. And I think just showing them and making this a campaign of ideas is what's going to prove to the people of Guam that they can trust us to take the mantle of leadership and move forward.
I just want to add that our campaign strategy is to move forward and to focus on what we want to do for the people of Guam. And we want to continue sending out our message to the people of Guam and showing the people of Guam that we are the team that can come up and work with the people of Guam and get ideas, solutions. I think our experiences, Josh, with the 3 branches of government, myself as a senator, as a nurse, and also as a successful businesswoman, those are really good strengths and skills that we offer to the people of Guam. So combine the two of us, we have a lot of knowledge, information, experience, and skills that we want to use to make sure that our people, their lives have been lifted and have a better living that they deserve, yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate that the Democratic Party at the moment can't seem to come together with the issue of this write-in campaign. And I think that really could hurt the Lou and Josh push for Adelup. But I think at the end of the day, people are just going to listen to whatever platforms the two parties have. And I think that they're going to show their true colors, and they're going to see how much change that the electorate of Guam really want. You know, when we were talking on election night, we were talking about the race for the Congress, and in fact, Dr. McNinch still has to take me to for a meal because I called out that Mike San Nicolas was going to win, and the reason is because I think the general word for this election is change. People want a change from what we're used to. And when you have somebody like Madeline Berdalio that's been in there for what, 10 terms, 8 terms, and all of a sudden she's unseated like that, it just shows that the people of Guam want something different. And so it's kind of disappointing that Senator Uggan would engage in this write-in campaign because I think it only serves for the detriment of his party. But at the end of the day, I'm confident that the people of Guam, the electorate, are really going to effectuate the change that they want, however that's going to pan out.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time, a long, long time. And in my view, Senator Lou, you and Josh won the election. You should be able to go head to head with Ray Tenorio and Senator Ada, 100%. There shouldn't be any sideshow distractions. There shouldn't be any kind of shenanigans going on. You should be allowed your opportunity as 2 different groups to go forward. There shouldn't be anything else. That's my view. Because you won the election. You have more votes than the other folks. That's right. If the other folks don't like that, run as a third party. Don't try to claim to be Democrats. And in my view, if a group is deciding to do a write-in as Democrats, they're not really Democrats. And I'm saying this as a Republican. I'm a national Republican. And they should either decide I'm going to be a Republican or independent or Democrat. And if they're going to run against you as the Republican team, that says a lot about them.
Well, on that note, you know, we have a whole after party and, you know, our fall premiere to get back to. So
I just want to shout out to Sip and Dip. Calamansi Juice, she's here as one of the vendors. Very sweet and good.
All right, and thank you for this conversation, Lou.
Thank you so much, and let's go and party.
All right, hey, we're going to go and party with Lou and Josh. Of course, Dr. McNinch, Adrian Cruz again. This has been the D18 After Party, all the way live from our KUAM Fall Premiere Party. My name's Chris. Hasta adios.